Welcome back to Chaos Corner. It's your old buddy, the Guardian of Chaos, Big Daddy, and I tell it like it is. I'll say that to say this, coming to you live to tape from the Executive Lounge at Chaos Corner. Now, fans, it's early in the morning. I want to pump out some content. I want to get some information out to you, my followers, my fans here on the mothership, the YouTube channel. We're doing a retro review in honor of WrestleMania week now coming up this weekend here in 2022. It's WrestleMania 38. That's right. WrestleMania 38. What I'm going to do here in honor of WrestleMania this week, I've been doing some WrestleMania retro reviews. If you go back, and every time I say WrestleMania, either take a sip of your coffee or your water or your orange juice or a sip off your adult beverage or a shot if you want. That'll be the drinking game for this. Every time I say WrestleMania, and maybe you can put this on this Friday night or Saturday night because we are live to tape. It's early in the week. You'll have plenty of time to let this sink in. And every time I say WrestleMania, and I'll choose my beverage of coffee right now. Follow me on all social media platforms. Let me take a sip and get back to what I'm trying to explain here on Chaos Corner. Thanks for being here. And again, follow me on all social media platforms, and you know what that is in real time on Twitter at Big Daddy GOC. And the GOC stands for the Guardian of Chaos. Hit that profile link, and that will knock you over to here on the Guardian of Chaos on the YouTube channel. On Instagram, it's the Guardian of Chaos. On Facebook, it's Jay Brony. That's right, Jay Brony. And Prodigio Fidelis El Guardian. Follow me on Gab, on Rumble, on Parlor, on Truth Social, on Getter. I cover it all in the IWC. I'm a one-man show, unscripted, unedited, no bells, no whistles, no music, no anything. We are here to give you reality TV, and that's what I bring to you on this channel. Like, subscribe, share, tap that bell, leave a comment, inbox me. We have a lot of fun, and we know that in this day and age and in this world, we need a distraction in what's going on and all the craziness in society in this country and across the globe here. And as we enter pretty soon, we're at the end of March, we enter into April of 2022, and we're going to back to the future, flashback, throwback, whatever you want to say, way back, and cover, as I said, the trilogy of The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's what we're going to do. We're going to cover all three bouts between those two legendary icons, seeing that Stone Cold will be a part of night one on WrestleMania 38 this weekend. And of course, we know that WrestleMania has gone from one big night to now it's two nights, WrestleMania 1 and 2 over the last couple of years. So what we're going to cover all in separate videos. We don't want to keep it here. We know the attention span on people. We don't want to make them long, drawn out live to tape streams because nobody else does the uniqueness of this live to tape platform in the IWC except me, the GOC. We're going to cover The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin on WrestleMania 15 from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We're going to cover WrestleMania 17 from the Houston Astrodome and the rematch of The Rock and Stone Cold at WrestleMania 17. We're also going to journey on to WrestleMania 19, which I believe was in Seattle at Safeco Field in 2003 for The Rock and Stone Cold, the trilogy. So all three WrestleManias where they have faced each other, 15, 17, and 19. 1999, 2001, and 2003, respectively. That's what we're going to cover here live to tape. You're not going to want to miss it. I believe in two of the three bouts at WrestleMania, two out of the three were no disqualifications. I know two of the three were for the WWF titles, and I believe The Rock was the defending champion two out of the three times that they wrestled at the three WrestleManias, repeating 15, 17, and 19. Remember the drinking game every time I say WrestleMania. Big shout out to my boy, the Professor Rick Del Santo over at PWZ Podcast. And of course, my one and only loyal sponsor, Mr. Hempel Stilskin over at Sweet Heal CBD, sweetheal.com. You're not going to want to miss it for all your CBD needs. And a big shout out to my boys down at Paradise Alley, my home at PAPW with the Paradise 4. It's me, the Guardian of Chaos, live to tape. I'll be right back. We're going to hit it right from the rip. Unless you want to start it and do it right now. We're going to go to WrestleMania 15 from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Should I hit it now? It's going to be a long first tape. Let's hit it and see what we have. The trilogy, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, here with the Guardian of Chaos. And of course, no copyrights. This is all satire, parody, entertainment. And again, with what we're going through in this world, we need a distraction. We need a stress reliever. And this is what I do for you guys. And let's face it, and for myself, for therapy. Stay in faith. Stay with like-minded people. Be an independent, critical thinker. Make up your own mind. Be well-informed. Because remember, the big man, Jesus Christ, is coming back, our Lord and Savior. Don't be caught dead without him. Now, thank you, Paul. Now, let's get on to the task at hand. WrestleMania 15. The Fink on the call. Rudy Poo candy asses. The Rock says, listen to the crowd. And The Rock here in 1999 is the WWF champion. Now remember, this is over 20 years ago. Remember the time frame in the history and the business, sold out to capacity in Philadelphia. Over 20,000 fans, as I said here in the opening, when I gave you the quick opening monologue, I guess we'll call it. Let me have a sip of the Java. It's early in the morning. We love doing the retro reviews. That's right. I'm kicked back in the lounge. I'm kicked back in the big boy, the easy boy, because we go back like a recliner, don't we? Let's listen to a little bit of the crowd. It's Jerry the King Lawler, and I believe good old JR, and the pops that The Rock and Stone Cold used to get is second to none back here in 99, which was still the Attitude Era. They went on to face each other in 99 after this in Backlash, the pay-per-view, if you remember correctly. I don't want to get too crazy and blow everybody out. Let's listen to The Rock and Stone Cold. Thanks for being here. That's right, fucking nuts. Insane. With passion. And there it is. No copyrights here because we come in at the right time. This is how we do it. Thank you, WWF, WWE, and the Peacock. Watch it on the network. Watch along with me as I do the trilogy of WrestleMania 15, 17, and 19. The Fink was unbelievable. This is where Stone Cold had the double fists up, and it was in the shape of the snake. Stone Cold was in incredible shape here in 99. As was The Rock. Who's your referee for this one? Because we know in the next two in the trilogy here, Mike Chioda is the referee. They've had special guest referees in the past. Stone Cold traditionally to all four ring posts. Again, fans, I can't thank you for being here. This, face-to-face, The Rock and Stone Cold. It is good old JR, Jerry King Lawler, on the call with the GOC. Nothing like a retro review. And here we go. Back and forth. I see my buddy Bill Apter at ringside. Good old Bill Apter. We went into the New England Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame together. The class of 2019. The GOC and Bill Apter. They're outside in front of the King and JR right now as Stone Cold was tossed over the top rope by The Rock, and The Rock slammed him face first into the ringside table. Now The Rock choking out Stone Cold. WrestleMania 15 here with the GOC Retro Review. Listen to the crowd. Now, you tell me about heel and babyface Rock versus Stone Cold here in 1999. believe it. What was I around here? 35 years old? In the business as a pro wrestling manager. Nice reversal, side by side, Rock. And there goes Stone Cold throwing the Rock over the top rope like yesterday's garbage. And following him outside. This had developed into a beautiful feud. And now Stone Cold taking the Rock, throwing him over the barricade into the crowd. They're in the crowd here at Philly. WrestleMania 15 Retro Review, Chaos Corner, live to tape. You'd think I'd never seen this before. I know I've said it before. I've seen it 15 or 20 times. Now, they're out amongst the fans in Philly, and they are going insane, back and forth, chaos, and pun intended on that one. And you're right about that, JR. I've been involved in many of those type of matches, not with that capacity of crowd and on this level, but the fans are all over. There's no room. They're literally on top of you. And, of course, it was a little more wild and loose in the Attitude Era here in 1999. Stone Cold now beating The Rock back towards the ring. The Rock back over the guardrail. Stone Cold in hot pursuit. Fast and furious here at WrestleMania 15. This is the Attitude Era. This is before they took the F out. And then Stone Cold takes The Rock and throws him right back into the crowd again. Wow, this first WrestleMania matchup between The Rock and Stone Cold, looking back on it now, definitely was Attitude Era-esque. Out in the crowd, the second, third time. Now The Rock with a big clothesline as he gets Stone Cold right back over the guardrail. And if I screw up here or mess up or fumble or mumble, it's live to tape. It's one man. It's unique. It's unedited, unscripted. It doesn't matter. There's no bells, whistles, commercials. I've said it 1,000 times. I've said it before. I've said it earlier. I'll say it again. And as Bully Ray said to me over 20 years ago, or at least 18 to 20 years ago, while we were having a run for the NWA World Tag Team titles, the Guardian of Chaos and the Outcast Killers against Team 3D, he said, give the Guardian of Chaos 6 spots and he'll fuck up 5 of them. I'm proud of that. I consider that a compliment coming from a 2-time Hall of Famer who's on Busted Open Radio as controversial as Bully Ray is. And now Stone Cold and The Rock out there still in the crowd, up against the railing. The fans are all over him, going back and forth here. WrestleMania 15, 1999, a live-to-tape retro review. And yeah, I'm kicked back, relaxed. Coffee to start with. Big back body drop by The Rock on Stone Cold outside, and he landed on the setup for the sound and lights, the railings. I'm one step ahead of you, JR. Good old JR, who's still active today and doing great in AEW, right? The King himself still working for the WWF. Remember, this is 1999. There's the big back body drop outside the ring, and The Rock as Stone Cold with the knee brace on, his left leg hit that extension of the lights that were held up there at WrestleMania, and it snapped over it. That could have been something if you read back on Meltzer's report, the Torch, the Observer, whatever it was at that time. He did get hurt right there. And let's not forget, in 2003, I believe was Stone Cold's official last televised matchup, or at least last WrestleMania period, is due to an injury before in 2002 where he retired. If I get my notes and my research, which you know I do. Now Stone Cold, they're still outside. He's grabbing the cable of the cameras and he's choking The Rock. Who was The Rock here? He wasn't Dwayne The Rock Johnson that he is now. I do like The Rock's TV series. Sitcom, whatever you want to call it. I find it highly entertaining in season 2 right now. And now Stone Cold throws The Rock into the low-hanging WrestleMania sign, the huge WrestleMania gondola sign that's swinging back and forth right there in Philly right now. The rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Definitely one of the guys, as a fan, that was a guy that I followed his career and that I enjoyed, respected, and admired. The Rock as well. I had a chance back at a Bally's opening in Brooklyn, New York, with Justin Roberts, of all people, in the World Wrestling Zone, and the AWA Superstars of Wrestling, and Jon Stewart, and the Glagorovics, Heaven and Hell. We did an opening with The Rock and appeared at the same place. It was unbelievable. 8, 9, 10,000 people. Reverse suplex by The Rock on Stone Cold outside. They're still outside after all this time. So we did that appearance, got to be at the same event, talk to The Rock, meet him, chat with him, pick his brain. It wasn't the first time. Later on, I would hang out with him at Kowloon's in Boston after a Monday Night Raw. Not just me, but the whole crowd. And then even take a limo ride with The Rock and I believe it was Ivory and Lillian Garcia. So some good memories. Stone Cold, never worked with him, didn't officially meet him, but was backstage in areas where I saw him walking around, warming up, and just to see him back then. And of course, I was nothing but a pro wrestling manager. It was in either Hartford or New Haven. You don't bother the big stars when they're warming up. So never had a chance to officially pick his brain, but some good memories. And as The Rock takes a sip off the water, spits it into the crowd, and then spits it on Stone Cold. They're still outside the ring. So some great memories with the big stars and being able to appear and have performances with them. And the Bally's back then was unbelievable. Early 2000s. Now The Rock's on the table. Stone Cold's up on the banister. Big elbow drop across the announcer's table, and it didn't break. They both landed on it hard. Wow. And wow spelled backwards is wow? I get it. It's so corny you could butter it. I understand. Oh, another, and there it is, the second attempt. Rock across the announce table. Stone Cold goes up on top of the walkway. The barricade, as you can see, well, you can't really see, but if you'll go back and watch this, drops the elbow across the Rock, and they finally go through the table. And now the Rock grabs water, and he spits it on, well, Stone Cold spits it on the Rock. Role reversal, vice versa. You get it. Finally, Stone Cold rolls the Rock back into the ring. And the Rock rolls right back out the other side, pulls Stone Cold out, and now he's going to post him. Bang! There's the injured knee that already fell on that extension. And they're looking at the replay of Stone Cold going through the table with the Rock on that elbow after the second attempt. But the fans don't know that. You guys don't know that. Hands him up close, right? It's just what you get here on Chaos Corner. I'm looking forward to the next couple of retro reviews. Stone Cold throwing the Rock shoulder first into the steel steps. They're still outside the ring. Most of this match here at WrestleMania 15 has been outside of the ring. When we get to the coverage of WrestleMania 17 from the Astrodome, what was it, over 60 or 70,000 people, that was considered perhaps one of the greatest WrestleManias and one of the greatest matches of all time. So it'll be nice to bounce from here at WrestleMania 15, the beginning of the trilogy, and go to WrestleMania 17, which rock bottom by the Rock, rock bottom on Stone Cold. Here's the cover, hooks the leg. Only a 2 count. WrestleMania 17 from the Astrodome, 2001. That's right, JR. Kicked out of the rock bottom. They were a good team, JR and the King. Yes, Emilio, the Lynx / Maine Coon, is around somewhere. He might make an appearance. The Rock is laid out. I mean, the Stone Cold is laid out after that rock bottom. And then what is the Rock doing? He's rolling outside the ring. Instead of trying to pin him again, he's grabbing a steel chair, if you remember, in WrestleMania 15. Here, live to tape with the GOC. Oh, Austin misses the Rock, grabs the chair, and it hits Chioda. Chioda's laid out. And now the Rock off the ropes. Big, beautiful swinging neckbreaker by the Rock. Covers Stone Cold, but it doesn't matter because Stone Cold had laid out Chioda with the steel chair. Chioda just rolled out of the ring. There's no referee. Stone Cold's in the middle of the ring. The Rock is grabbing the chair now. He's got the chair. Here it is. No, went for the stunner. Reversal. Rock with the elbow. No referee anywhere to be found. Now the Rock has the chair, and he's going to work over that left leg that's already injured. And now he's wearing him out like a rented mule. I got the camera on a stanchion today, one of the newer ones. So if it rocks and bounces, that's because it's standing up, and I end up kicking it. The Rock right now wearing out Stone Cold with that steel chair to the midsection. Now referee Timmy White is out there attending to Chioda. Boom! Big shot to the head by the Rock on Stone Cold. And there's no referee. Why'd he get that? Here's Tim White. Here's the cover. 2 count. After several chair shots, a change in referee, the Rock could not been Stone Cold. Now, obviously, here, WrestleMania 15, the live to tape, Stone Cold is really the face and The Rock is the heel. I mean, yeah, I said it right. And the big chair shots here, and there's boom, head on to Kyoto with Stone Cold. Now The Rock leaning all his weight on a front chin lock on Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now Kyoto is out. Timmy White is now in there. The legend Tim White. Second referee of the bout. I don't know how long this bout went. Let me check my notes. I believe we went almost 17 minutes in this WrestleMania 15 matchup. Now The Rock is still holding on to that front face lock, but Austin is up to his feet. Back elbows, rights, lefts, off the ropes, reversal by The Rock. Big clothesline by The Rock on Stone Cold, a la Big Jim Anderson. Rest in peace, Big Jim. We're always thinking of you, brother. You're never far away. Now The Rock again, slowing it down nice with the momentum right into that front face lock, chin lock on Stone Cold. Put all the weight down on the neck, the head, the windpipe, making Stone Cold carry his weight to try to breathe. You know what that's like after being in a 10 or 15-minute wrestling match? Hell, even 5 minutes. And I didn't mean to say hell. The champ, that's right. The Rock was the defending champ here in 1999 at WrestleMania 15. Retro review. Let me have some more coffee, will you? Speaking of retro review, how about the old Subway Series from 2000, the Yankees and the Mets? That's kind of why I threw this on. 1999, 2000, Subway Series. The Rock, Stone Cold, still choking him out, The Rock. Stone Cold back to his feet again. Finally with some rights, some lefts. Stone Cold with those traditional right hands to the face. Off the ropes again, reversal. Rock misses with the clothesline. Gets him up into a backdrop. Rock hits the Samoan drop on Stone Cold. Here's the cover. Only a 2 count. Beautiful Samoan drop. Nice series of maneuvers there by The Rock and Stone Cold. Again, it's great to see my old buddy from OneWrestling.com, Mr. Bill Apter at ringside. No, The Rock's grabbed Tim White. And he gets a big rock bottom on the ref. What the hell? And there's George Napolitano at ringside, too. Another one of my favorites, a legendary photographer. Oh, it's the Stone Cold with a boot to the midsection. Hits the stunner on The Rock. Baby, I forgot. Here's the cover, but there's no ref. Tim White was rock bottomed. Here's a third referee, Hebner. 2 count, and The Rock kicks up. 3 referees. Kyoto hit by the chair. Tim White rock bottomed. Now Hebner's in. They can't believe it. Near falls, near counts. I thought this was over. It's been a while since I seen it. It's over 20 years ago. Listen to the crowd. And here comes McMahon. Vincent Kennedy McMahon. The Stone Cold has rolled out of the ring, grabs a steel chair. The Rock is laid out in the middle, and there's McMahon. McMahon's taking off his jacket. And Stone Cold with the old salute to Vince McMahon. Oh, and a low blow. That's my nutcracker by The Rock on Stone Cold. A distraction by Vince McMahon. And now McMahon is in the ring as The Rock is putting the boots to Stone Cold. What the hell is Vince doing in the ring? He's in great shape back here in WrestleMania 15. And then he slaps the shit out of Hebner. Vince just cold-cocked and slapped. Vince McMahon did to Chris Rock what Will Smith did at the Oscars. And now McMahon is putting the boots to Stone Cold with The Rock. A Mississippi butthole. One of my favorite maneuvers. Holy gramoly. And here comes Mick Foley. Here comes Mankind. Dude Love, whatever you want to call him. He's dressed as Mankind. He's got a referee shirt on. McMahon and The Rock still putting the boots to Stone Cold. And now Mick Foley, Mankind just laid out Vince McMahon. And now he's putting the boots to McMahon. And now here comes The Rock. And The Rock takes Mankind off of McMahon. McMahon rolls out of the ring. Here's the roll-up. Small boy. Stone Cold with a 2 count. Mick is now the referee. Stone Cold and The Rock back and forth. Reversal. Misses with the back elbow. Big body press by Stone Cold. Landing the rights on The Rock. Mick Foley is now the referee. Big elbow off the ropes on Stone Cold on The Rock. Listen to the crowd. Far side. Oh, reversal by The Rock. Again, a big clothesline. I'm out of my mind here at WrestleMania 15. Rock going for the rock bottom on Stone Cold. He hits it. Mankind is the referee, the fourth referee. Now The Rock is pandering to the crowd, going for the people's elbow. He could have pinned Stone Cold. You screwed up here, Rock. Throws the elbow into the crowd. This has been one hell of a journey on the Retro Review. I know, I'm crazy. The Rock side to side, the people's elbow. Boom, he misses the people's elbow. McMahon's eyes are bugged out. Stone Cold is up. The Rock gives the finger to Stone Cold. The Rock going for the rock bottom. No, back elbows by Stone Cold. Double fingers. Stunner, stunner, stunner. Here's the cover. Here's the pin by Stone Cold. Mick Foley, 1, 2, 3. There it is. Stone Cold takes the title from The Rock. McMahon is beside himself. What the heck just happened? Maybe I am crazy. Maybe I do need help. But in this day and age, who gives a fuck, right? As JR said, the rattlesnake rules again. I almost flipped over on the recliner. Fans, thanks for being here live to tape. Retro Review, WrestleMania 15, the trilogy of The Rock and Stone Cold. Stone Cold has just won the WWF title. 4 referees. Mankind counted to 3. Vince McMahon came out to try to help The Rock. I hope you remember this, and this brings back great memories from 1999. Don't go anywhere because I'm coming back for WrestleMania 17. Stone Cold going around to all 4 ring posts as he's with Mick Foley, Mankind in the ring. McMahon and The Rock on the outside of the ring. I hear you, Emilio. He's cheering too. Look at the size of the boy. Now, I think they're going to throw in a couple of beers, crack them together, slam them down. This is in tribute to WrestleMania 38 coming up this weekend. I'll be doing a preview, review, live to tape. Who the heck knows? I'm just glad that you guys are here enjoying this with me. It doesn't get any better than this, right? This is entertainment. Who the fuck else is doing this? Nobody. Look at Vince back then in 99. Stone Cold with the belt. The rattlesnake rules. I'm still waiting for the beers. I'm having coffee. And there it is. Stone Cold is gonna crack one open. I'll be back. Chaos Corner Retro Review here on YouTube. Don't you dare miss it.